The wind had stopped, as if the world itself had held its breath. Shadows clung to the edges of the empty street, stretching and twisting unnaturally. And there she was, not the woman he would ever come to know, but a creature carved from nightmare itself. Her skin shimmered like cracked obsidian, hair writhed like serpents, and eyes, silver and burning, pierced the darkness. Her fingers twisted into claws, scraping the walls, the air, even the very ground beneath him. She hovered just beyond the firelight, smiling with teeth jagged as shattered glass, and whispered his name, a voice soft and sweet, yet sharp enough to slice the soul. I see you, you cannot hide. You are mine. Even the shadows seemed to bow to her, bending and writhing, reaching out for him. The forest, the streets, the night itself, all trembled beneath her gaze. He froze. His heart thundered. And in that moment, he knew, whatever this was, it was older than fear, hungrier than death, and it had chosen him. They first saw each other beneath a sky bruised with storm clouds. He was known in the village for his beauty, eyes calm as deep water, a face untouched by superstition. She watched him from the edges of the world, where shadows breathe and names are forgotten. She approached him first with words soft and curious, hinting at fascination, at longing. Yet when she confessed her true self, told him she was a witch, he recoiled. He would rather die than belong to darkness. He refused her, but she was not deterred. A fire ignited in her heart, fierce and unyielding, and she decided she would win him in her own way, by any means, and would use her powers to threaten and haunt him, until he could not ignore her presence, her desire, or her will. She did not despair. The wind began to follow his footsteps too closely. Doors creaked open without hands. His reflection sometimes smiled when he did not. At night, something called his name from just beyond the firelight, soft, almost loving, yet sharp as glass. Then she appeared before him fully monstrous. Her skin rippled like shadowed water. Her hair writhed like serpents. Her eyes glowed silver, teeth jagged as shattered glass. She stretched impossibly, fingers clawed, nails scraping the walls, the ceiling, the air itself. She stood over him in his bedroom, in the dead of night, whispering, "You cannot run. You cannot hide. You are mine." Sometimes she appeared in daylight. She twisted through empty rooms, her form grotesque and threatening. Her shadow stretched unnaturally across corridors, corners, mirrors. Even streets could not hide him from her gaze. Every creak, every rustle, every heartbeat reminded him she was there, watching, waiting, and yet, even under the full force of her terrifying power, he held his ground. He would rather face death than accept a witch. For the first time in centuries, frustration cut through her longing. Fear alone could not claim his heart. If terror could not bend him, perhaps there was another way. So she began to change. No longer only horror, no longer only threats. She appeared in human form, beautiful, gentle, almost angelic. Her voice was soft, warm, unthreatening. She spoke of ordinary things, the stars, the loneliness of long roads, the ache of being unseen. He felt calm beside her, unaware that every word carried restraint, every movement a shadow of her old power. She would vanish for days, only to return, smiling, laughing, alive. Curiosity tugged at him first, then fascination, then desire. Her presence was magnetic, her beauty undeniable, her humanity overwhelming the memory of terror. Finally, she appeared before him once more, fully human, fully vulnerable. She spoke the truth without enchantment. Her love was real, her heart unguarded. She offered him a choice untouched by magic, fate, or fear. Then, in a single, clear vow, she said, "I will leave my powers behind and live as human forever. Human in form, human in soul. Faithful not by sorcery, but by love and by a promise meant to last beyond lifetimes." He looked at her, all replacing fear, love replacing hesitation. And at last, he chose her. In that moment, the world seemed to exhale, as if the stars themselves had bent closer to witness a love born from shadows and fire. On a moonlit night, without thunder or omen, they were married. The forest watched. The darkness bowed. She kept her promise. No curses, no shadows. Only a woman who loved deeply and feared losing him more than losing her power. Yet, on nights when the moon is full and the world is quiet, he feels her fingers grow cold in his hand. And he knows, love did not tame the witch. Love transformed her, and she never needed magic again, because his heart was the strongest spell she ever cast.